Shalom Aleichem and Beruchim Habayim. Moshe Langado here speaking under the auspices of Kollel, Baruch Avat Yisrael in Southern California and Sha'rei Tziyon here in Brooklyn, New York. My friends, this week we'll be reading Parshat Cahyie. We have the story of the death and the ptira of Sha'rei and how Abraham acted. You know, when we pray our beat every evening, we have a very interesting clause that is said, Vasira Satan vilfanenu umeachrenu, that God save us from Satan, from the Yetzer Hara, from the devil, which is before us and after us. The Chafetz Chaim used to say, so what does that mean? Before us and after us. He says, before a person does a mitzvah, brother Satan is right there, trying to convince the person not to do that great deed. Don't go to minyan in the morning. Why? You're tired, stay in bed. Why give tzedakah? You're not a rich man. Satan is there whenever we want to do something good. After we do it good, we may think the battle is over. Chafetz Chaim says, no, the battle's not over. Because even after we do the good deed, the Satan is still there to prod us. He tells us, why did you do it? You spent money for tzedakah, and now you don't have money to buy yourself a new pair of shoes. You can't go to the restaurant and have a meal because you gave the poor man. We have start doubting our mitzvot. And that's the work of the Satan. Because once we doubt the benefits of a mitzvah, it could be that the mitzvah is taken away from us. How is that connected to us in Parshat Cahyie? When Avraham Avinu, according to the Midrash, came back from the glorious act of Akedat Yitzchak, now he came back to horrible news that his beloved wife, for close to 100 years, if not more, was dead. And he understood that the Nisayon maybe was what killed her. He could have had thoughts, negative thoughts. Why did I do it? Why did I take Yitzchak? That was brother Satan in his mind. Abraham had no such thoughts. The act of taking his son Yitzchak to Akedah was pure and would remain pure, and it would be for us a great merit till this very day. He had no doubts. And the pasuk has a remez, has a hint to it. It says, Vayavo Abraham lispod l'Sarah v'livkota. And Abraham came to eulogize his wife and to cry. And the cry, the word cry, has a very small chaf to tell us that he did what? He was able to control himself. Because he knew if he didn't control himself, he may wail and say, woe is me that I have done this act. Maybe it was good, but it brought calamity to my wife. Abraham was not going to go there. He would certainly cry and mourn his wife, but it would not be at the expense of this great act of Akedat Yitzchak. For Akedat Yitzchak was an act which would last not only for Abraham, as we mentioned, for generations, for the Jewish people until the coming of the Mashiach. And if we could continue and talk about the Akedah for a moment, our rabbis tell us to show us the interconnection of all generations, that after Abraham took Yitzchak down from the Mizbeach, he realized that there was a lamb in the thicket, and he took it and he sacrificed it. That was a tamura, that was an exchange. But his kavanah was so pure that there were two horns. One horn would be blown at Har Sinai from that ram, and one horn would be blown by Mashiach. The sinews and the skin would be worn by Eliyahu Hanavi. That ram would be as a chut for generations, as remembrance of Akedat Yitzchak. May we always have the merit of our father Abraham, always have the merit of all our fathers, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, and certainly our mothers, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, and Leah. Everybody should have a Shabbat Shalom.